given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Taylor Petty Gang, okay? And I'm back with another video for you guys today, of course, as always. And I'm sorry I wasn't very active this week. It was my birthday on Monday, hence the birthday balloons. I just turned 18, so your girl is legal. Very busy week for me, so I'm sorry I haven't posted a lot of content. I didn't really have time to like create a lot of content. So what I did today was I just posted a YOLO on my Snapchat. Go follow me if you don't already. Taylor.b27. I will link it in the description in case you're curious, okay? And I just asked me some questions for my get to know me video. So I just picked the first 20 questions, right? So if you weren't quick enough, I'm sorry. You need to be quicker than that. And before I get into it, I just want to address one thing. I had some like hate comments being sent and get like death threats and stuff like that. And it's just like, I just turned 18. I was literally not even legal. And it's like, for people to be this concerned about me and to literally tell me that they're gonna come shoot me in my house up is like actually insane. Like, that's just not okay. So that's really all I have to say about that. Some people were saying I'm fake, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, oh, word? Okay. But have you ever met me yourself? People, like, there's 3 sides to every story. And people just like to take sides and not even ask somebody for their side. And it's just like, okay, whatever. But don't let somebody else talk about me and that be your opinion of me. Because it's like, come meet the G yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Okay. That being said, I would appreciate if you don't like me, my content, my stories, my anything, unadd, block, skip past, anything. Like, it's really not that hard, but nonetheless, that's not the point of this video. So let's hurry up and jump into it. Okay, so I have the questions written down here on this piece of paper. I'm just gonna go through kind of quick and just answer them all. So number 1 is, what are some of my biggest pet peeves? A lot of things annoy me, and to pick a few, I would just say people who have no like common decency of like respect for other people is a pet peeve of mine. Don't go in public and talk about things that are just not supposed to be shared in public, because you don't know who's listening. And it's just kind of like, certain things don't need to be said in public. Certain conversations are meant to be discussed in private, and it's just kind of rude and disrespectful. And I'm like all about the respect. Going back to the intro of this video, I don't like when people like to spread hate. Just be positive. If you don't have positive things to say, don't say anything at all. Like, especially when it's somebody you don't even know. Like, that honestly bugs me. How can you hate somebody so much that you've never had a relationship with or even a conversation? It's really sad that you guys form opinions on people, or not you guys per se, but just like people in general. They form opinions on people they've never talked to, and it's just like, you could be really missing out on like a good relationship. So it's just like, if you're gonna be negative, at least have like a reason to be. Don't go out and spread hate, and don't spread hate for no reason, especially. Like, that's just a really big pet peeve of mine. Lift people up and just congratulate people for what they're doing, you know? But yeah, that is really my biggest pet peeves. It just is people. I can't stand people. Sorry. And that brings us to number 2, which is, what is my favorite sport? So my favorite sport, well, kind of depends, because like, my favorite sport to watch is probably basketball, but my favorite sport to play is volleyball, because that's what I played. But yeah, volleyball or basketball, take your pick. Number 3 is, how old are you? Well, my birthday is April 27th, 2002 is the year I was born. So I just turned 18. 4, how many siblings do I have? Yikes. I have a lot. Okay, so the way my family is set up is my mom and my dad had me, but they were never married. My dad had kids before me and he had kids after me, but my mom only had one other kid, and it's not by my dad. So all of my siblings are what you consider half siblings, but for me that's not the case. Like, I don't consider any of them to be half related to me. Like, they're all just my siblings. It's nothing different than if we had full genes, you know. So I have one sister on my mom's side, and she's 13. And then on my dad's side, I have a lot of siblings. So I have an oldest sister who biologically is not my dad's, but he claims her as her own. So, you know, that's my older sister. And then my dad's first biological child is my older brother. And then from there, I have 3 older brothers that are all like the same age. And then there's me. So, yeah. And then after me, there is 2 other kids that are biologically not my dad's, but he claims them to be his. So that's one, or no, so I have one older sister, she's a year older than me, who's not his, but he claims her to be, and then I have one younger brother that's not his, but he claims him to be. And then after that, I have a younger sister who's also 13 on my dad's side, and then my last sibling on my dad's side is my youngest sister, who is 4 years old. So if we count all those siblings, 10 siblings, and there's 11 kids including me. So yeah, I have a lot of siblings, and there's probably more out there somewhere that I haven't met. And, you know, if you're my dad's kid, hey, what's up? You know, come join the fam. Okay, so question number 5 is, when was the first time I got glasses? In case you guys didn't know, I actually wear glasses in my everyday life. This is me. If you ever see me walking down the street, this will be me. If you ever see me in a store somewhere, this will be me. However, I don't like how, like, the glare of the glasses, like, reflects from windows and, like, the studio lights and all that. So I don't wear my glasses in videos. So if you don't know me in person, you wouldn't know this about me. But I do wear glasses. And the first time I got glasses was in 6th grade. I actually had really good eyesight all of elementary school, and then for some reason when I hit middle school, my eyesight was really bad, and so I had to get glasses. And I also got braces that year too, so I just looked like a whole new person. Not it. Number 6, what was my first car? So my first car that I bought myself is the car I have now, which is a Grand Am Pontiac 2002. It is gray or like silver, whatever you want to call it. And that's the first car I bought myself. Number 7 and number 8, because we're just going to do both of them together because it's going to answer both. So number 7 will be, do you have a boyfriend? And yes, I do. I do have a boyfriend. And number 8 is, what has been your longest relationship? And it has been this relationship. We are about to celebrate 2 years together. And yeah. Number 9, what high school did I go to? So technically I'm still in school, but we're doing distance learning and all that, right? But this June I will be graduating from a Rosemont High School in Minnesota, a little suburb. And honestly, I hate that school, but it'll be okay. Glad I will be out of it. So yeah, that's that. Number 10, where do I see myself in 5 years? In 5 years, I hope to see myself having a college degree, looking for a good job in the field I choose to go into. I hope to still be doing YouTube, and specifically, I hope to, you know, like, blow up on here, because who doesn't want to blow up? That's a dream. But I just feel like, you know, my day will come. I'm going to be successful as long as I keep working for it. I hope to see myself still in my relationship and just, like, kind of starting a family. Just, you know, normal stuff. I don't want anything, like, too extravagant. I just want to be happy and, like, financially stable. But that's where I hope to see myself in 5 years. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make that a dream come true. Number 11. If I could have one superpower, what would it be? Okay, I've always wanted to be able to read people's minds. Why? Because, who doesn't want to, cheat on a test and, like, read people's minds around the classroom and be like, oh, this is the answer? Okay. Also, like, when you can read people's minds, when you can read people's minds, you know when people are talking about you and what they're saying. So, people talking shit? Oh, they talking shit? Get smacked. You ain't even have to say it, ho. I heard you. Okay? So I've always wanted to read people's minds, but I feel like, but if I were to have that superpower, I'd want to be able to flip it on and off. Like, I don't want to just always be able to read people's minds wherever I go when I have to read everybody's mind all the time. Like, I'd like there to be like a little switch where I could be like, yeah, I want to read people's minds. Okay, now I don't. And turn it off. 12. What is my favorite subject in school? My favorite subject used to be English, but my favorite subject now is science. I love science. Number 13. Okay, this one I thought was a really weird question because it's like, I don't know. I guess somebody thought I was related to somebody famous. But number 13 is, are you related to anyone famous? And the answer is yes, I am. So, I mean, okay, I don't know if I'm directly related to him, right? But some of my siblings are somehow related to the rapper Polo G. So I don't know if that technically makes him my family too, but I'm just gonna say yeah because it sounds like cool. But no, actually, like, I made plans with some of my family members to go meet him this upcoming summer, so I'll be vlogging that and I'll let you know how it turns out, and hopefully, hopefully he's cool. Number 14 and number 15, I don't know who asked this and I don't know why because it makes no sense. But number 17 was, have you had any plastic surgery? And number 18 was, have you ever had a BBL? The answers to both those questions are both no. I just turned 18 like 4 days ago. Wait, today's the 30th. Did I say 14? I just turned 18 3 days ago. So I don't know how you guys are thinking this, but no. I've never had any plastic surgery done. I've never had a BBL. I'm perfectly happy with the way my body is. I mean, y'all know I don't like my nose. So if I ever do get plastic surgery in the future, y'all notice because it'll be my nose. And that being said, it's like, even if I was to have gotten plastic surgery, I don't care, and I'm open with a lot of things, but like, why is that your business? Like, if people get plastic surgery, let them do them. It's not hurting you. Like, leave them alone. Number 16, if I could be any animal, what would I be? I've always loved this question because I always have the best answer. I would be an African hyena. Why? Because they're fast. They're like lethal. They're scary. All of that. And they can like pulverize like anything. Like they can, or not pulver. They can digest anything, like human bone. Like, and human bone is strong. Like, African hyenas are low-key vicious, and I would love to be an African hyena because who's gonna mess with me? Not even the lion want to take a bite out of me. 17. What is one thing you will never do again? Befriend these hoes. No, I'm kidding, but like, I'm not at the same time. Like, one thing I'll never do again is just like, be so trusting of people. I've had a lot of friendships that have ended really poorly and really badly, and I'm woman enough to sit here and say like, yeah, some of it's my fault, but at the same time I've realized at the end of the day, none of those people were ever really my friends to begin with, because if they were, the things that I did and the things that they did, we could have gotten past them, but we didn't because we never really cared for each other. So, like that, we never really messed with each other that heavy for it to even be like that. And the people that I thought were my real friends that screwed me over and hurt me and abandoned me, all of that, you know what, just like that, all I have to say is I wish you the best, but like, just don't ever come around again. That's just one thing I'll never do again. I will never get that close to no females, because y'all females is messy, y'all females is sloppy, y'all females are drama, y'all females like to gossip, and y'all females are fake. Fake as hell, like, pin. Number 18. What event in my life has impacted me the most? I think the one that impacted me the most was going to jail, or like kiddie prison, juvie. Just because, you know, like, that's a life-altering moment. Your first time being locked up is just something, it's terrifying. It's like a culture shock. It's a culture shock, because you guys, like, people think like, oh, that could never be me, it won't be me, it won't happen to me, but then it does happen to you, and then it's like, whoa, like, this is really not where I want to be. Honestly, I can sit here today and say I'm glad I went, because it made me who I am today, and it made me thankful for everything that I have, and just really made me change my life around and know that that's not where I want to be, and I don't want to go back there. I'm just living my best life, and I'm honestly so much more happy. I got rid of a lot of people in my life that were negative, so I'm thankful for that experience, because it taught me the most. But honestly, it was a really rough, scary time for me. So that's like something that really impacted me. Number 19. What was my first job? I actually got my first job at the age of 14, and I worked at Wendy's. It's not the best job ever, but like, for being 14 years old and working at Wendy's, like, okay, that's decent. And I think I only made $9.25, and I worked there until I was like 16, and then I left because I'm like, I'm asking for a raise. Like, who's making $9.25 at 16? Not me. So once they like declined me my raise, I was like, okay, deuces, I'm out. And then I just kept like moving jobs after that, to be honest. But everywhere I went, I've gotten a pay raise, so I've never gone backwards, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't plan to. Number 20 is a positive note, and I'm glad this is the last question. What is my best quality? According to me, my best quality would have to be the fact that I am a leader. Like, I personally feel like I just leave an impression on everybody that comes into my life. Like, I'm not an easy person to forget, whether that's relationship wise, whether that's friendship wise, whether that's family, anything. Like, we can fall out, baby, we could fall out, we can never speak again, but I bet you'll always remember this name. I bet you always remember who I was, because I'm a leader. Like, I'm not afraid to be who I am, and I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe in. And honestly, like, that's something that a lot of people can't say. Like, a lot of people like to pretend that and say that they are, but I'm really one of those people. Like, can nobody make me do something I don't want to do, and I am, shit, I'm a leader, just period. I'm just a leader. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I run shit like most boss women do, you know. But alright, that's all I have for you lovelies today. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Bye.